if this decision was not purely for electoral gains, then it should have happened much earlier. Why did it happen just weeks before the Model Code of Conduct?
Apparently, the timing is not a big factor. The way Congress does it, that they may do it for the polls, but we are bound to the upliftment of every society. That's a different issue. But Congress and JDS has been doing constantly one thing. They say 85 lakhs of Panchamasaligas should be put in 2A category. And where will the other communities go? Almost at 12% of Karnataka's population you put there, and then you remove certain communities and put them into STs, and you don't increase the ST quota, nor do you increase the 2A quota. How will the justification be done? This is what, in fact, then Janata Dala, then the Deve Gowda also did for Valmiki community in ST. He just twisted with only 3% reservation, and it did not have any value to ST community, nor to the real tribes of the state. So what we did is we increased the ST reservation by 4%, and exactly that had to be done. And now also we have increased the reservation of the real backwards within the Lingayat community to 7%, and the real backwards in Wakkaliga community to 6%. Very justifiable. I'm also being a Wakkaliga, and it's a very welcoming move, and we have got a right.
Okay, since you have brought in JDS, let me bring in Farzana as well. Farzana, because JDS has not made its stand clear so far, I want to understand from you, is the JDS of the opinion that the BJP stand is right, in which they say that the Muslim quota, because it was based on religion, is unconstitutional?
Okay, Madam, JDS has clearly stated, our former CM Kumaraswamy sir, in his Pancharatna Yatra in Mysore, he clearly said that we stand for Muslim reservation. And one more thing,
why do you stand for Muslim reservation? What exactly is the reason?
Means former President Deve Gowda ji has given the reservation to the Muslims. And one more thing I would like to tell you,
Muslims as a religious bloc.
Yes, madam, because the High Court, it has clearly said that...
It is not on the basis of their backwardness. It is not on the basis of various communities within the Muslims who could be backward, who may not be backward, but it is purely on the basis of religion.
No, madam, because the Chinnappa Reddy Commission has designated Muslims as socially and educationally backward. And the High Court, the Karnataka High Court, in the writ petition 4371/77, it clearly says that the fact that they are religious minorities is no ground to exclude them from the list of backward classes. The Karnataka High Court clearly says that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So even JDS says the same.
Okay, but then if a community, ma'am, Farzana ji, mera sawal hai if a community has been placed in the economically backward section for several years, and if the state government has empirical evidence to suggest that perhaps they are no longer backward, then they can very well be removed from that category. That should be acceptable to one and all, only if they have empirical evidence. Would you agree with that?
But there is no evidence, madam. It's clearly shown that Karnataka Muslims are living in a very lower condition. After BJP came into power, we are living in a very suffocated environment. They come up with the hijab, halal. They are attacking in our food, dress, attire, and banning people, poor vendors from the marketing area. We are living in a very pathetic condition in Karnataka after these people came into power. How can Muslims come up with the educational and socially
seen as
improvement?
A vote bank reach out that is happening by the JDS, and so it is happening by the Congress party. And on the other hand, the BJP is looking at polarization of its own majority community. So any debate around reservation is turning out to be, Farzana, the way you have explained it, it is actually turning out to be that kind of an argument here.
Yes, they didn't only play with the Muslims' emotions, they are playing with the Okkaligas and Lingas. They even know that it's not at all going to happen.
You know,
they are playing only
Mr.
for
Gowda,
their
Mr. Gowda, the fact is that you have lost two of your prominent Lingayat faces. Both these faces, a former chief minister and a former deputy chief ministers, are sending a message that the BJP doesn't stand with the Lingayats. is this more of a damage control then? By sending a message of, reservations?
No. Say, no. Please understand. When did Jagdish Shettar and Saudi leave? After the ticket announcement, that is the last week. And before that only we had announced. That is not at all related to these two people leaving. These two people are not such stalwart leaders. Yediyurappa ji is a stalwart leader. He is very much part of BJP, and he is the one who is leading the campaign. That's a different issue. Now, once we are discussing, Madam Fardina is saying Chinnapareddy Commission. Chinnapareddy Commission, as said, categorically said, BP Mandal Commission's castes within Muslims, which are there, sects within Muslims, are 90, and out of which these are the people who are backward. In fact, Chinnapareddy Commission, Deve Gowda ji basically did not agree to Chinnapareddy Commission, and he himself has said that I am not with Chinnapareddy Commission. And Chinnapareddy Commission is not the one which gave the Muslims the reservation. Deve Gowda ji unscientifically announced for entire Muslims, even the Shia Sunni and other Muslims, Bora Muslims, who are very rich Muslims per se by the community wise, and he has announced it for everybody. How can it be justifiable? Entire Muslim reservation according to...
Okay, I have just enough time for B.S. Arun. B.S. Arun, how do you see this playing out in Karnataka?
See, BJP is trying to get maximum mileage out of it, but as for
electoral gains, will they have electoral gains?
But then now, with Supreme Court coming, staying this, and BJP will have a tough time in convincing people about their advantages or how they are going to, ensure it's some implementation. It's in a catch-22 situation it's now a catch-22 situation for the BJP. It will find itself difficult in explaining its stand and making the people convinced about, its sincerity in implementing this.
All right. Ashok Gowda, Lavanya Balal, Ms. Farzana.